Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, April 26th.
Welcome to PAN Pacific Academy News.
My name is Anton Liu.
I'm Lisa Bo.
Last Friday, the Murder Mystery Club invited everyone to play to their new game. So, one character is getting murdered, and everyone else is trying to figure out who made the crime.
It is a very interesting activity which needs players to think deeply and work hard to find the clues. Our reporter Billy will interview Jason Fu to get more information about it.
Thank you, Anton and Lisa. Today I'm going to interview Jason to get some information about the game from Murder Mystery Club that they played last weekend. Hi, Jason.
Hi.
Can I ask you some questions
Oh yeah, of
about
course.
the game?
Yeah.
In the game, in the Murder Mystery Club's game, which character do you pick?
Oh, I picked the characters who called Miss Green, but the actual name called Miss Green. I'm also the murderer of this whole game, so I should hide myself in the whole game. I'm trying to make all people think I'm not the murderer. Yeah.
That's hard. And in your group, who wins?
In my groups I won because I during the game I gave them like fake information and I correctly use logical events make them think the other guy is the murderer and then they vote him out, so I won.
What is your feeling when you know that you are the winner?
Oh, I felt really happy and excited because, you know, actually I've my heart speed is really fast during the game because I don't want to let them, don't let them know I'm the murderer. And I also it's the first time to play this game and I just go murder these characters. So later I feel, later I know I won and I'm really happy and yeah, I cheered for that.
I can imagine. And what do you think about this game?
I think this game is really good because I know you and Justin made this whole story by yourselves, and it's really good because every character's background is really good, and they have like both have like secret information, and the whole story is really complex. You guys should spend lots of time. So I really appreciate that, and I also think the game is perfect, good.
Thank you for your appreciate. And what is your feeling during the whole game?
Yeah, yeah. As what I said, I felt really nervous, and I'm not really good at lying, but I still lied to my best friend. Uh, but I still feel a little bit happy because they successfully like agreed with me. Like they don't even think I'm the murderer. I feel I'm really successful.
So, if next time is there are still this type of game, will you join again?
Oh yeah, of course. But I hope the story can have some like ancient story or like modern story instead of like some magic things because you can say you can make life really easy because magic can do everything, like you can change times, something like that. Yeah.
Thank you for answering today, and hope you enjoy this weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's go back to Antoine and Lisa in the studio.
Thank you, Billy, for your interview. Last Friday, the 3v3 basketball competition was a wonderful match. Everyone did a great job.
The winners were Tony, Peter Chu, and Annie. Congratulations to the winners. Our reporter Peggy will interview the winners to listen to their experience.
Thank you, Antoine, Lisa, and Peggy. I'm the reporter of our PA News. Today, I'm going to interview Peter Chu about the basketball competition. Hi, Peter. Can I ask you some questions about the basketball competition?
Okay.
The first question is, do you practice in daily life, like after school or during break?
Oh yeah, I practice with basketball team twice a week.
How many hours do you play when you practice?
I think it's 1.5 hours.
It's a long time, right? The second question is, what do you think the difference between like your practice and your in the competition?
I feel a little bit nervous in competition because there have some people watch it.
Yes, I know. A lot of the people watch it. It will control you to do the best you can, right?
Not really, but the feeling was a little
Yeah.
bit change. Yeah.
And when you hear that you get the first place of the basketball competition, what's your feeling?
I'm thankful my teammate Tony and Annie, and yeah, because of them that we can win the game and show our teamwork. And I feel happy too.
Like, so you get the first place of the basketball competition. Like in PA also have a lot of students like playing basketball. Do you have some experience can share to them to improve their basketball skill?
They have to spend more time with their teammates to practice basketball, and they have to trust their teammates. And also, if they have one person is the best in that team, they can teach other teammates the basketball stuff.
Like they need to practice with their teammates more because I think basketball team always will add new students in, right?
Yeah.
So they need to understand deeper their more like everybody have the difference like maybe this person do one part strong but the other person like a little bit weaker in that part they need to practice together, right?
Yeah, the strong person have to like pull the lower person up. Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, you get the first place of the basketball competition. Thank you. Let's go back to Antoine and Lisa in the studio.
Thank you, Peggy, for interviewing. April 22nd is Earth Day. Earth Day is a special day for protecting the Earth for our environment.
Our climate is currently changing after 74% of the population, and it is a huge impact for the environment. 66% of the population say that we should teach climate change at school, and most of the teachers who are not teaching climate change at school say that because it is not relevant to their subject.
Vicky and Peggy will have a discussion with Jason and Mr. Ruti to talk more about teaching climate change and other part of the topic.
Thank you, Liz and Anton. I'm Vicky and Peggy. We're happy to chat with Mr. Ruti and Jason Fu about climate change. Hello, Mr. Ruti. Hello, Jason. Can you guys introduce yourself first?
Sure, my name is Mr. Rudy. I'm the science teacher at Pacific Academy.
My name is Jason Fu. I'm a freshman in Pacific Academy.
So the first question is, so we all know climate change is a big deal in our life. So a lot of school doesn't teach the students about the climate change. What do you think about some school don't teach students the climate change?
Well, I think that is really a disservice to the students. I think they do have a right to know. It is interesting the reason why some schools teach it and some schools don't. I think I know 36 out of the 50 states have it in their standards to teach it, and that means 14 states don't have to teach climate change. And I think the students have a right to know. It's one of those things where climate is affecting us all, so the change in the climate is causing harm to our ecosystems, and they really need to know about it.
So in my opinion, I agree with your opinion because I think climate change is a big issue that can impact our environment and our life, right?
Yeah, so studies have shown that in the past 150 years, the climate's gone up by 1 degree Celsius. to us, that's not a big deal. You go outside and you really don't feel it. But to sensitive ecosystems like the Arctic or coral reefs, it's a big change. And we're already seeing the effects of that. Corals are dying off, ice is melting, causing the sea levels to rise. When coral reefs die, this affects the fishes, the different fish that live around them, and this impacts the fishing industry, which ultimately impacts humans. When ice melts, it affects animals like polar bears, because they use that ice to hunt. It affects seals, because seals have their babies on the ice at certain times of year. And so as the temperature goes up, it's impacting these ecosystems. It ultimately comes back to us.
Yeah, I agree with. Like some people, they didn't to see climate change, and they will think there is no climate change because the fact is not impacted them, such as President Trump. And he posted Twitter. He said, in the Midwest, here was a very low degree, such as reaching 16 minus degrees, and he think so. He want to like climate change come back. What do you think about this opinion?
What I think, Donald Trump is not really taking responsibility of as a president and a human, because people need to survive in the earth. They should take care of us. Earth just like your home, your like the place you live. You should, if you without it, you cannot survive. So even the global warming is not happening, but you still need to notice that to find some way to kind of don't let global warming keep happening, something like that.
I also think it shows how much Donald Trump knows about climate change, which isn't much because climate is year-round. Weather is day to day. So weather could be really warm one day, really cold the next day. It's typical for it to fluctuate. But climate, that year-long time, the last 150 years, the average temperatures dropped 1 degree Celsius. To us, that's not a big deal. But to other organisms that have a limited range of temperature, it's a big deal. So 1 degree Celsius in the climate raising, that's a big deal. That's very important, something that should be a warning sign to us. Not saying, it's cold today, I wish we had climate change. To me, that just shows that he's not informed.
Yeah, I agree with you. But like Donald Trump is a very big influence in the people because he have a tweet and he have many fans in the tweet. Many people follow it. And such as my friend, and he was big fan about President Trump, and he was very believe about here is no global warming because it's very cold, and because in Irvine it's very cold in the winter time, like not like before. So he was said, yeah, but we didn't have climate change. Why everybody should care about it? So it will show like some people they really don't understand it, and we don't know what should we do to teach them we have like climate change. So what do you guys think? What should we do to let them know we have climate change?
So in my opinion, I think teacher should teach them about like basic knowledge about global warming and climate change, and they also maybe can do some project about it. So maybe after they informed by teacher, and they can do some survey, make some poster, or be the teacher to teach people who work on the street and do actual change in the life. Then this helps society, like everyone knows global warming and climate change, and also improved instead of just know it without any change.
Yeah, I think awareness is the key. Awareness, and then realizing it's everybody's problem, not just certain people. Like if we all work to change it, we can make a difference. for example, in my class, I definitely teach climate change. I'm one of those teachers that do. I think it's very important that students know. And then as the activity, like Jason was saying, they have to come up with a way to help reduce climate change in some way. They come up with projects. And this year we've had some great projects students have done. We've had some students do like beach cleanup days. We've had other students creating a environmental club, like recycling paper, because that's not done in PA. We have the service club that does the plastics, which is great. But now we have a paper recycling. We have another group working to do a water bottle refill station, so that will reduce the plastic bottles we have at lunch. So I think that's the key, is inform and then encourage young people to participate.
Yes, I think the reduce project is very useful and can let students learn more about that. And I also know Jason do the project too. Can you introduce that project to us?
Oh, okay. As you know, I'm also in Mr. Rudy's biology class, and I did a project which is organize students in school with Jeremy Zhang, a sophomore in our school, to an organization which called Shade Tree Partnership. It's the organization in UCI about planting trees, because as we know, trees can reduce carbon dioxide, which is one of global gas in the atmosphere. So we went to the UCI for helping take care of these trees and plant trees. I think that is one of the good way to help reducing global gas and helping climate change become like less and less.
Yeah, so what do you guys think should people do to protect our environment?
I think we can take public transportation, because it can decreasing the number of cars which can produce like carbon dioxide, and we also can ride bikes because as we know, bikes cannot produce gas. So I think that's two ways that can best to do in the life.
I think having young people involved with helping the environment, getting involved in things like Shade Tree, which Jason did, volunteering at programs like the Back Bay Science Center has the Marine Life Inventory, where you're helping the environment. Not only does it help the environment, but I think it also sends a message to other people how important it is to get involved. And hopefully that will create a culture of people who want to reduce climate change.
Yeah, there are a lot of information we didn't mention, and thank you for Mr. Rudy and Jason for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Through Mr. Rudy and Jason for sharing, our PA students learned more about the climate change, also know how important the climate change is. But everybody have their own opinion for everything. So we invited all PA students to join our current event to discuss all the news happen in our daily life. Let's go back to Antoine and Lisa in the studio.
Thank you, Peggy and Vicky, for this wonderful discussion. Now let's go to Albert, our education reporter, to learn about this week's vocabulary word.
Hello, PA students. I'm Albert, the education reporter. This week's word from Mr. Corpus is accolade. It's a noun. Its meaning is an award or privilege granted as a special honor or as an acknowledgement of merit, an expression of praise. For example, many feel that winning an Oscar is the biggest accolade possible for a movie. The movie Black Panther received many accolades from both movie critics or fans. Thank you. See you next week. Now let's go back to Antoine and Lisa in the studio.
Thank you, Albert, for teaching us vocabulary word.
And also, if you want to earn this VP card, all what you have to do is to talk with Mr. Corpus in using this vocabulary word. Also, remember, 2 VP card is 1 day for dress code.
Let's go to Derek with the weather.
Hi everyone, welcome to Weather Focus for Irvine. Today is April 26th, and today is cloudy. The high is 23 degrees Celsius. Also, the temperature will be colder and colder in next 2 weeks. So I want to remind you to add warm clothes if you feel cold. I hope you have a good weekend. See you next weekend. Now let's go back to Antoine and Lisa.
Thank you, Derek, for mentioning the weather. Let's switch to Sean to learn more about Spanish culture.
Hi, this is Sean Lee from Glover Corner. Today we have a special guest, Miss Chen. Hi, Miss Chen. Can you introduce yourself to audience, please?
Yes, my name is Ms. Chen, and I am a shelter English, ELD, and Spanish teacher at PA.
If I visit Spain, what food are you going to recommend me to try?
I will definitely recommend paella. Paella is a Spanish dish where it's made out of rice, seafood, and different types of meat, and it's typically cooked in a big pot over slow fire, and it's a very delicious dish, very traditional too.
I see. And then also on Tuesday, it was St. George's Day. And then can you explain more about that day, please?
Yeah, St. George's Day is a day where it's typically done in Catalonia, which is Barcelona, where people gift each other roses or books. It is known to be the International Book Day as well as Valentine's Day. So they typically have lots of stands where you can buy both books and flowers for your loved ones and family members.
What a nice festival. I hope I can visit one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then thank you for coming on, Miss Chen. And then let's go back to Antoine and Lisa in the studio.
Thank you, Sean. Let's switch to Max and Rebecca.
Thank you, Antoine and Lisa. This is our entertainment segment. And my name is Max, and this is our new PA student, Rebecca.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm 8th grader, 14 years old. I'm happy to be a part in PA News.
Thank you, Rebecca. Let's talk about Endgame trailer.
Tony Stark sent a message to Pepper Potts because he didn't have enough food or water. And the other Avengers, Thor, Black Widow, Captain America, and Bruce Banner must figure out a way to bring back their members. Also, they need to defeat the evil demigod who decimate the planet or the universe.
In this trailer, there are some black and white parts, and just red color is able to recognize. Some people understand as it being reality stone, and reality stone is from people called collector, and the power of reality stone is to change truth into a lie, and sometimes it means passionate. I think the red color means one of it. I hope everybody watched Endgame trailer, and I hope we didn't spoil the movie.
Thank you, Max and Rebecca. Let's switch to Alex to know this week's lunch and birthday announcement.
Thank you, Lisa and Juan. Hi, I'm Alex, and today I'm going to announce next week's birthday. We would like to say congratulations to these following people. They are Kai Yuan, Sarah, Min, Abdul, Alo Hayden, Angel Gao, and Christian Tongpan. May this day bring you endless joy and ton of memories. Now let's go to lunch menu. On Monday we have spaghetti or Vietnamese sandwiches. On Tuesday we have tempura udon or spicy chicken with rice. On Wednesday we have orange chicken or beef broccoli. On Thursday we have popcorn chicken or spicy sauce chicken with rice. On Friday we have BBQ short rib or BBQ chicken with rice. Thank you. Now let's go back to Antoine and Lisa in the studio.
Thank you, Alex, for birthday and the lunch announcement.
Thank you for watching our show. Hope you enjoyed.
Have a great time at Beach Day. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.